What's going on, everybody? This is Jackson from JD Sports Zone and Dinger Dudes, and today I have a very special interview with cosmic baseball star of the Glowmojis, Mr. Trey Vanderpool. Trey, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to do this interview. Congrats on a phenomenal season, and how's your day going?
Well, thanks for having me, Jackson. This is awesome. My day's going great. It's been a long little day. We've been doing some media stuff up at the field. So it's just been a good off season, but ready to get the 26 season underway.
That's awesome to hear. Now, I truly wish I could get to go to one of those games and experience that. And I want to ask you, before you got into cosmic baseball, I want to start from the beginning before we get into the out of this world questions relating to the Cosmic Baseball League. What first drew you to baseball, and when did you realize it could become something bigger than just the game itself?
Well, I think baseball for me started as my parents told me that when I was little, I had a lot of energy and they had to put me in sports. And baseball was just one of those sports that I don't know, it just I guess it came naturally to me. My parents were like, maybe our son's gonna be kind of good at this because I was obviously at that age. It's just a bunch of little kids playing. But then as I kept playing, obviously I played in high school. I got hurt a lot in high school. Unfortunately, that kind of hindered my recruiting process. But I ended up going to a junior college in Cleveland, Tennessee, called Cleveland State Community College. That was probably the best decision I ever made, going to junior college, playing 2 years there. And then I transferred to a four-year school called Trevecca Nazarene University in Nashville, Tennessee. Played 3 years there thanks to COVID. Ended up going to the first College World Series for Trevecca during my time there, my senior season. We won our regional and super regional and ended up going to the College World Series. So that was awesome. And then after that, it was just uh, I tried to hang up baseball, and ever since I tried to hang up baseball, somehow it's worked its way back into my life, and now I'm here.
That's awesome to hear, and I'm always excited to hear about transitioning stories, especially when it comes to collegiate baseball, going
Mhm.
through obviously being a JUCO bandit to
Yeah.
reaching pro levels and stuff like that. So that's super awesome to hear. Now you talk about your time at Trevecca Nazarene, and
Mhm.
obviously it's a regular baseball diamond, regular baseball game, but then you transfer to glowing fields and playing baseball at night with the Glowmojis and the Cosmic Baseball. So how did you first get involved? Like, did they call you? Was there like an audition type thing for Cosmic Baseball?
Uh, Not really an audition. It was more of my friend who I actually played with in Banana Ball for a year. He called me and was like, "Hey, I'm transferring to not transferring, but I'm going to play Cosmic Baseball. It's the new thing. It's going to be awesome." And at first, I was kind of hesitant. I was like, "Okay, that sounds like it could be pretty cool, but I wonder how it'll be done." And so I kind of just took someone's word for it. And being in college and playing real baseball and transferring the real baseball aspect to entertainment baseball, um, I'll be the first to tell you that I took baseball super seriously. And by the end of my college career, I found myself wanting to get away from baseball because I took it so seriously that it affected my mood, affected my just who I was as a person. And then going to entertainment baseball, it was like, hey, maybe this was the little thing that I needed in my life to show me that the sport that I played my whole life is actually meant to be fun. So I honestly just took someone's word that cosmic baseball was going to be the next big thing, and here we are.
That's awesome to hear. Now, sometimes you have to take those big risks in life to reach
Right.
a high reward, you know? And you talk about the competitiveness of like quote unquote real baseball compared
Mhm.
to an entertainment side of baseball. And this kind of relates to my next question. How do you kind of balance that with cosmic baseball? Obviously, you still have the competitive aspect, but you have to keep it super, super entertaining for all the fans around you, especially in a night aspect. How do you kind
Mhm.
of balance that out as a baseball player yourself?
Absolutely. Well, I mean, if you ask any of the players in cosmic baseball, obviously we all are competitors and we all want to win. But at the end of the day, the fans are coming out there to see a show. They want to see entertainment in some form of another. Obviously, the lights that we have are a big piece of our entertainment, but also what we do on the field is a main source of why those fans keep coming back um, to the show, to the game. So I think me being competitive, it doesn't really die out in the game of entertainment baseball, but it I find a way to kind of take my competitiveness and drive it into other factors of the game, whether it's being like the loudest kid on the field, or whether it's doing these celebrations that we do and going full out and giving it 100%. Because if you do that and you buy into it, it all looks good. And it's the Glowmojis versus the Chili Peppers, and we want to be the best in every aspect of that game. Whether it's base running, whether it's entertainment, whether it's interacting with fans, whether it's fielding. I mean, you name it. It's just you can find competitiveness in every single aspect of it, and I think that's what I can kind of take from the real baseball side of it and kind of bring it into this entertainment baseball that I think has is taken the U.S. by storm, thanks to banana ball, but also now it's something that no one's ever seen before in baseball under black light. So
That's awesome to hear, and that's an awesome approach to it, especially from the competitive aspect, intertwining with the entertainment aspect. And you talk about like shifting focus, especially from those certain aspects. But I want to relate it to the glow in the dark effect to the baseball game itself. Obviously, does the atmosphere change when you're playing in dark lights? And obviously, the ball is lit up, and you're a shortstop, and those balls are coming at you super, super
yeah.
fast. So I want to ask you, does it add a new level of like energy or just sort of approach to every at bat than it would be like a regular entertainment game or just even a regular game of a baseball itself?
Yeah, I mean, I'll take it back to one of our first meetings with Cosmic Baseball. Our owner Chris Martin told us that during the college time that they were doing Cosmic Baseball, as soon as the light those lights went out, all the college players just they seemed to be a little bit more competitive, and they're like, I don't know if it's the lights or just like the environment, but as soon as those lights turn off, it's like the whole entire environment just changes. It feels like you're in a video game. It feels like there's music going on, there's confetti flying through the air. From a baseball standpoint, when you get into the box for the first time, it's like an outer body experience, because you're playing the game that you've played for 20 years, but at the same time, you can't see anything other than the pitcher, the players. You can't see any part of the field other than the bases and the players. So when that ball is coming at you, it's like the depth perception's off, everything's off. From the shortstop standpoint, you can't see the ground, so you just see a neon ball hopping towards you. You can't see the dirt, you can't see the infield lip. So it's just the environment in and of itself during cosmic baseball, everything is just amplified to it's a it's a it's a massive party, and at the same time it's like your senses are so heightened to every aspect of what's going on that you're kind of zoning things in and zoning things out at a pace that you've never done ever before.
That's very interesting. Now, I've interviewed former like MLB shortstops, and they talk about infield adjustments, and shortstop is one of the hardest positions to play in baseball itself. And adding a glow in the dark aspect, especially with your light of vision being off,
Mm-hmm.
and it takes a lot of tremendous athletic ability. I can't say that about myself. That's why I do podcasting, and I don't play baseball. But it's great to hear that aspect. And you talk about experiences with Cosmic Baseball and just your baseball career in general. What's been the most, I would say, out of this world, since we're talking Cosmic
Mm-hmm.
Baseball, moment since you've joined Cosmic Baseball in a personal experience yourself, whether it be a fan interaction or a play or just a moment that happened on the journey throughout this whole season?
I think when we all started this at the beginning of the summer, we had two spring training games, and it's cool to play in front of your home crowd in your home stadium and see it work. Um, but I think everybody had that little just that what if this doesn't work when we go on the road? Our first tour stop was Durham, North Carolina, and I was actually talking to the owner, Chris, last night about this, and when we played in Durham and we went to our halftime and we came back out and we took the field and they did the countdown, the 3, 2, 1, and they turned the cosmic lights off. It was like nothing I've ever seen before in baseball. And it was years of practice and years of taking the game so seriously that it made me want to quit. And then you come to this new organization that's up and coming, and those lights go off for the first time, and there's every seat in the stadium is filled. It's like that was like the best part of my baseball career ever, because that was it felt like my whole entire life journey of playing the sport was leading up until that moment, and now it's the new and biggest thing in baseball in my eyes. And the fans that come out there, they they're coming to see the lights, but then
Hmm.
you go into the stadium and you start talking to the fans, and every single one of them comes up to you and thanks you, and says like thank you, that was the coolest thing I've ever been to. And at the same time, like I'm also saying thing, I'm like thank you for coming and being a part of this, because this is a dream come true for me to do this and to play this sport in such a literally a new light. It's just it's crazy. I'm so blessed to be able to be a part of the organization, and just to experience baseball like this, because there's people that love this sport and they will never be able to play a game under black lights or play cosmic baseball or meet our fans that mean so much to each and every single one of us. So that really, I mean, just the very first moment and in cosmic baseball in Durham, North Carolina was like there was a whirlwind of emotions. I personally, I get super emotional every single national anthem. I I tear up almost every single time. But when those lights came on, it was like a mixture of like happiness and happy tears, and like I said, just a whirlwind of emotions. So it's been an awesome journey so far in Cosmo baseball.
That's awesome. It's like a made it like light flicker moment. Well, not
Yeah,
light flicker. Oh, well, pun
yeah,
intended.
literally.
Pun intended. That actually wasn't intentional. But yeah, that's super awesome to hear, especially when it comes to fan interactions and the
Hmm.
first moment that you've had during your career that's like something different that you wouldn't ever see before in a game of baseball, especially when it comes to black lights and night games. It just makes it more fun and entertaining, especially for the younger crowd trying to get into baseball and stuff like that. I definitely need to make it out to a cosmic baseball game in
Absolutely, man.
2026. I'll be graduated from college in spring, so hopefully I'll have more free time to myself and
I'll
make
get
some
you out there.
yeah, for sure, man. I would love to, bro. And I want to kind of shift the next question to a little bit more of a fun question with Cosmic Baseball touring. And obviously, you've had a couple guests come through with the Glowmojis and the Chili Peppers and the league this season. I want to ask you, you probably have favorite MLB players you've liked
Hmm.
growing up. If you can invite any MLB player, either past or present, who would it be
Oh,
and why to join you in a Glowmojis game?
oh, that's a tough question. Let's see. I'm a diehard Braves fan. I was born in Atlanta. Um, I would say the guy I looked up to my literally my whole life as he was playing baseball was Chipper Jones, and to be able to share the left side of the infield with Chipper Jones playing third base and me playing shortstop, or just have him out to a game and just see what he thinks. That would be probably the coolest moment for me. I would say definitely Chipper Jones.
That's an awesome answer. Now I live in the Atlanta area.
Okay.
I go to school here at West Georgia, the D1
Oh
team with
yeah.
ASUN and stuff like that. And I have a lot of Braves fans who surround me. So Chipper Jones is a very common answer, but he's a great third baseman, one of the greatest third basemen to ever play the game. I'm personally a Cardinals fan, so if Nolan
Okay.
Arenado or Scott
Right.
Rowland would ever to join, you, but outside of that, Chipper Jones is a phenomenal person and player, and I feel like he'd be a great aspect to Cosmic Baseball. Now, I have
Right.
two more questions
Mhm.
to ask for you. Now, off the field, you seem really grounded and focused. And how do you stay balanced between real world aspects outside of baseball compared to larger than life experiences like the Cosmic Baseball experiences? How do you stay grounded and shift in like a real life balance outside of, the balance between entertainment and business?
Right. Yeah, that's a good question. Well, like I was kind of talking about earlier, I used to find, especially in college, my identity was so much in being a baseball player that everything that encompassed being a baseball player, whether that was playing good or playing bad or where we were in the season, like that controlled my whole entire lifestyle. Um, and I think post college, like continuing my baseball career, I found time to try and center myself in something bigger. I'm a Christian myself, so I've spent a lot of time, especially this past season, and just mostly this past season, trying to find my actual purpose in doing all of this. I mean, everybody in life, they want to know, that's the golden question. Like, what is my purpose? Um, so so rooting myself in the calling that Jesus has for me has been very grounding for not only myself, but just to kind of control everything else that's going around me, knowing that whatever I do on the baseball field doesn't necessarily control who I am as a person. And in terms of time management, I mean, especially now in the off season, it's basically it's it's like a time to just sit back and relax and think about all the things. Personally, what I've been doing is sitting back and thinking about all the things that I've come through to be at this moment right now. I love working out, so working out is my meditation. I go to the gym every single day. I like to read. I like to walk. I actually just moved to this new house and I have a nice pond stocked with fish, so I like to fish. But it's just finding things outside of baseball that I truly enjoy, and and filling my life with people that I love, and trying to fill my life with the truth that's, like I said, rooted in my Savior Jesus Christ. So
That's very awesome to hear. And I feel like it's a lost approach, especially when it comes to people who are baseball players, because
mhm,
some, I'm not going to speak for all, but some are very infatuated with, kind of finding their identity as a baseball player, trying to make the big leagues and stuff, but they
right.
forget the other stuff as well, like, your faith in Jesus Christ. I'm personally a Christian myself, and I love the message that you spread out to everybody that's here on the viewers. I've been paying attention to a lot of your stuff on Instagram, so
Awesome,
I,
man.
I truly,
Appreciate
I
it.
truly love all that stuff. And a lot of them try to focus on the other things, but they don't really focus on, the things that will build you upon like your character and yourself along the way, through even your collegiate career or pro career. So that's amazing advice and words, to share out to other guys who are in the same age range bracket. I'm 21 years old, same age range bracket
Awesome.
as,
Yeah.
us. So that's awesome to hear. Now I do have a final question for you, Trey, and this is probably going to be one of the hardest questions that I'm going to ask you during this interview.
Hmm.
If you could describe your playing style in
Hmm.
three cosmic, out of this world words,
Oh
what would
gosh.
they be and why?
Um, Shoot. I would say gritty. I've always been gritty. I've never been the biggest, never been the strongest. I've always just tried to out hustle people. I would say gritty, um, electric. I try to have the most energy on the field. I try to help my players. I don't want to say my players, my teammates, kind of feel the energy that I give off. Um, and let's see, gritty, electric, and trying to think of an out of this world. Um, I think I'm uber competitive, and like I kind of explained. I guess that's two words, but like I kind of explained earlier in the interview, like how I take that competitiveness and not only apply it to the baseball aspect of it, but to every single aspect. I want to beat you at every single aspect of this entertainment baseball. I want to be the most energetic. I want to be Mr. Hustle. I want to be the person that stands out to not only not only fans as this great baseball player, but to little kids as, like, I want to do what he does. I want to hustle on and off the field hard because he's doing it. I want to hold my head up high um, after making a mistake because he's doing it. I want to show my emotions on the field in a positive way instead of a negative way because he's doing it. So I guess those are kind of three of the words that I would say describe me best on the field.
Those are three great words to describe your playing style: gritty, electric, and you said uber competitive.
Yeah, I guess over competitive, but
Over competitive.
we'll just go competitive.
Okay. Okay. I personally agree with those things myself. I'm overly competitive, especially in like I guess the content creation sort of
Yeah.
aspect of things. And you know what? People here at college can call me gritty and electric, I guess. I guess I'll take that. I'll take that to myself. But Trey,
There you
thank you
go.
so much for taking time out of your day to do this interview. This will be up around, I'm gonna post it live, do some editing around 6:30 p.m. And I hope you have an amazing day and congrats on a great season, and I hope the best of luck for you in the future, man.
I appreciate you, man. It's been an honor. God bless, and I can't wait to see it.